Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, Tavern Talk, episode 2. Today we're going to discuss, as I said, about technical issues, technical disasters. You see, everyone sees the finished stream. Nobody sees the problems behind it. And this is a reality that it's a fact. It's something you need to be prepared for. So I'm going to go through a few scenarios that happened to me, especially in the first 6 months. And we're going to see how it goes. If you guys have any funny related stories, please let me know in comments. So let's crack on. Biggest one you're gonna have, the software. The software is gonna be massive issue, especially if you're learning now. Especially if it's a brand new software that you never used before, you're gonna have problems. It's the fact. Here's the thing. I use, for example, OBS. So I had to learn OBS settings, OBS plugins. There are a lot of good videos about it. Natty GG is one of them. I will post a link in the comments. But I've done a lot of research. And the reason I've done the research is in the beginning I pressed going live and that was it. Now, once I went live, disaster happened. So those settings are something that, yes, you can set them up from the beginning, exactly like somebody says. I recommend taking the time and understanding what the setting you're changing actually does, because errors are going to happen, and they happen to me a lot. One of my first few streams, no sound. So I started streaming just a normal day. It was, I don't remember the game, but I remember it was a good day. Yeah, so I'm on a roll. For the first time, I'm on a roll. I don't care about the chat. There's nobody there at this point. 0 viewers, just a few spammers here and there, but I'm on a roll. Now, one of the few viewers that was still coming in from time to time, and in time, she has become a massive part of the community. She pops in about 4 hours in. Guess what her first comment was? No sound. I just realized I had absolutely no sound for the last 4 hours. I felt horrible. That was 4 hours I just wasted. That's when I realized that even if people came in, not only they didn't say anything, they didn't bother to say anything, they saw no sound. They were like, no, out. They left. And that just brought me down instantly. When that person said no sound, and this was throughout the stream, and I didn't take a break, I didn't do anything, I just played and talked, play and talked. And I was trying to develop that skill, paying attention to something else. I forgot to pay attention to the software that I was using. I managed to get the sound on in a minute during live stream. And this is the biggest advice. Never stop a stream because something went wrong. Try to fix it. If it really is kill the stream, then it is what it is. But try to troubleshoot it. It will happen live. Yeah, so it happened. Next one that happened to me. OBS crashed. This was in the beginning. You see, I followed a lot of the tutorials. I followed a lot of those videos where they tell you need this plugin, you need this plugin, you need this plugin. I had no idea what they were doing. So my advice is do not install plugins from the beginning, 60, 80 of them, just because somebody told you. That person that told you that, yes, he's been using it. Yes, he did the research. Yes, he found a brand new plugin he needs, but you may not need it. And all these plugins, they will clash sometimes with the software of OBS. The software you use, with the Windows drivers, with your video card drivers, with everything. At some point, they're gonna clash. It is IT. It happens. So this one, OBS crashed. Again, this is in my first 2 months when that happened. I was playing a game called Avowed. I was really into it. So I start the stream. Everything starts okay. All the sounds and all the levels and everything was showing me everything was going okay. And I start playing. And again, I'm on a roll. And I finished my stream. 8.5 hours streamed. I was so much into the game. I was on the wave. I was a bit shocked and upset that nobody popped in to say anything. But I was like, hey, this is what it is. I accepted the initial growth and the reality we talked last time. So I finish my stream and I go and press stop stream. The second I hover over the software, I realize the software is dead. I go and check my VOD. My VOD lasted 3 minutes. And that's when I understood, just because it worked, I still needed to keep an eye on the software during the live stream. So this is something I developed. And yes, it sounds stupid. It may sound very silly to you right now going behind the camera. Hey, man, when you're live in the beginning, there are a lot of issues. There are a lot of things you need to keep an eye on at the same time. When you're playing a video game, you don't have to keep an eye on software. You don't have to keep an eye on sounds, videos, chat, banning, timing. You don't. So when you're doing all of this, you have to multitask to a different level. The next one that happened, and this is another big one, is Windows updates. And my biggest advice is always do your Windows updates after your stream. I'm the type of guy that usually does my Windows updates and my video card updates right before the stream, like 5 minutes before. I used to, but they will clash. Brand new Windows update, old software, something changed. You need to reboot. You always have to reboot, even though the software tells you don't have to reboot. I've been doing this in IT for a long time. Best thing ever is to reboot after updates for video cards, for Windows, for software, for anything. Again, I've done it. My video card was struggling for some reason. I had to I had to stop a stream about 2 hours in because my video card wasn't encoding. It was struggling. I realized something was wrong. So even though I stopped the game, I stopped the stream, I looked at the resources and my video card was still high functioning. And then I understood, I remembered I've done a Windows update like 5 minutes before the stream started. Rebooted the computer, everything was fine. So keep an eye on the basics. And the basics change all the time, especially if you do a Windows update. Windows update sometimes will change your microphone from default. So you go into the software and it picks up your headset microphone. It picks up a different microphone. It picks up a default style, but not the one that you have. The same with the camera. Yeah. Make sure you utilize the correct drivers. Never before the stream. I learned that the hard way. And I know it sounds very silly and you're going to go like, duh, dumb, like nobody does it. When you're out of time, as I said earlier, as I said in the previous stream, when you have a job, when you have a wife, when you have kids, when you have things to do, you're running out of time of things as much as you can push yourself. So sometimes you have to do it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the stream. And that automatically delays the stream by an hour or so to troubleshoot stuff. The next one is the hardware itself. Try to remember you are utilizing your computer now more. Streaming just one platform, it's okay. It adds a lot of percent on all your hardware. Everything goes up a bit. If your multi-streaming goes up even a bit more, but everything changes. Everything is a bit more utilized. So keep your computers clean. Do everything. If you don't know, ask the questions. Check a tutorial. See what's happening. One of my biggest things is I was shocked that because the fans were now working almost twice as much, I was having a lot more dust. So I had to change my routine of cleaning my computer. That was a big thing. What I learned from all of this is the biggest thing is you look at a streamer and you say everyone does it perfectly. It's working. Nothing happens. It does. It does in the background. A lot of times it happens. It's about learning how to solve them during the stream. And the advice of today's talk is very simple. Never panic on stream. Take your time. Just put your hand up. Technical issues. You don't have to stop the stream. Try to resolve them. And here's another big advice with this. Be very careful in taking advice from your viewers. Now, as time goes, you will grow your community. You will start knowing some people by the name, by their chat name. You will start knowing a bit more about them, who they are, what their job is. This comes natural. Not with everyone, but with most of them. And you'll get to know them. But you will also have a technical issue. Somebody in chat is going to go, do this, do this, do this. If you are not 100% sure, never follow that advice. Never follow that advice. Okay? It's write it down, go and research it. If you can, you know the saying, Google it, see exactly what it does. Don't mess with settings you don't know just because somebody on the internet told you. And this is my advice. Always do your research. Making sure everything works before you start your stream. In the beginning, learn to check your settings. It's going to become default. Like at one point, you're going to fix minor stuff with softwares, which happen by instinct. Somebody says, oi, there's no sound. Oh, there's no camera. Your camera froze. Oh, okay. Click, click, done. But by the time you get there, take your time. Make sure you learn how to check. Now, both Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, they are working and updating the streaming platforms and the streaming settings. And the software used for streaming is also being updated every single day. Bit rates and video rates and everything is being changed, making it more performant, more better for you. But here's the thing. If you're like me and you have a family, there's another problem you need to take in consideration. The internet speed. You see, when you're playing games, everything is nice and dandy. You're just enjoying it. You're watching a streamer. But you have children. I have children. Make sure you tell the little gremlins, do not download while I'm streaming. You're already taking everything from that landline you have, from that fiber, whatever you have. If somebody starts downloading something, and this happened to me about a week ago. Sunday, we play on Sunday, we play silly games with indie games, and we call it Silly Sunday. And midway through Silly Sunday, my internet just went. What was happening? It's basically my eldest gremlin had his PlayStation to auto-download every game that has an update. So he had 150 gigs to download. So that started. Luckily, I learned a long time ago to monitor my internet and my router. But make sure people are aware. Hey, when I'm doing that, don't download. I need everything I can get. That keeps the quality of your stream. Even if you stream just to one platform, even if you stream to multiple platforms. So those were some of my technical disasters. The question is, what were yours? Let me know in comment. Let me know in comment the funny disasters. I have quite a few of them. In regards to camera, I remember one time my camera froze. I had no idea. Why? Because at that point I learned to watch a certain part of the software, not all of the software. So the preview wasn't on. I was trying to save resources. So I wasn't aware my camera froze. Nobody said anything. And here's the thing. Now is the time when you're going to go, oh, that's not a community. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a community. It's just sometimes they are lurking. Lurking means they are there, they are listening, they are watching, but they don't have the time to type, to interact for whatever reason. They can't do that. either because of who they are or because they are in an environment where they can only lurk, not type. So even though I had the viewers, nobody said, "Hey, your camera froze." And it's okay. I'm a very small streamer, as I said last time, and that will happen. The reason I'm saying to you directly all of this is because I want you to learn from this. I want you to be able to connect with your computer, with your software, and learn to adjust it so you can see the important stuff for you. Now, if you start streaming right now, some of the few settings I can tell you is always check your microphone. There is a guide, I'll put it in comments, of how to adjust the settings for your microphone. He's a lovely YouTuber. I used it for since I started, and I have recommended it to everyone. So I'll put that link in the comments for you guys to see it. It doesn't sell anything, doesn't do anything. It just shows you how you can set up the settings so you can have a clear microphone. And this is not about, if you want, you can do it, but this is not about you making your voice sound deeper, or you can do that also, but to make it sound better. And this is where something we discussed last time is the technology is there, you have it, you don't have the best one, it's okay. There are some tutorials I will share with you guys how to do, and if you want more, just DM me. I will always show you what I found and what I used, because I don't know everything myself, and that's the reason we're also doing this Tavern Talk. Because I started streaming with no knowledge about streaming. And if I've been doing it for a year and a half, you can do it. And that's the most important thing I want you to remember. If you take anything from today's video, is crap will happen while you're live. But the most important one is you can do it. Yeah. So you're going to see a lot of videos. Oh my God, streaming in 2026. Oh, apocalyptic and disastrous and everything. No, just you want to do it, just go do it. Try it. See how it is. See how it feels for you. As I said in the previous episode, when I started first streaming, I used an application called Twitch Studio. After I used it for about a week, trying to find that, oh my God, I'm going to be a streamer now. Later on, I found out that application was decommissioned. But what I want to get to is very simple. I tried streaming back then in 2020, and it wasn't for me at that stage. And I've put it down. Now, in the future, we will discuss exactly how everything started in 2025 and more in detail, but or in a special show. But when I picked it up last year, it felt natural. And now I want to talk to you about the growth of your stream. Here's the thing. You may have started seeing videos about mental health and burnout during streaming. They are real. They are very real. So here's my advice. First of all, never commit to big streams from day one. Absolutely never. Take it easy. Let your stream grow in hours. You will feel when you want to add an extra hour, an extra day. It doesn't have to be chaotic. Like, oh my God, I'm going to stream 2 hours in the morning, 1 hour at noon, and 1 hour. No. You select your schedule when you want to start, when you kind of want to finish. In the beginning, do 2 days a week or do 1 day a week. See how you feel. You're going to be full of energy. Even if it's 0 viewers, you're going to be like, ooh, I've done something. I've done a thing. And you're going to have the impulse of adding now instantly 6 other days. You're like, I can do this every day. No. Let it grow naturally. Do 2 weeks. See how you feel after 2 weeks. Yes, the first 2 weeks you're going to have 2 streams. So you're starting. And then you add either another hour or another day. Take it easy. Let it grow. Do not push yourself from day one. Don't start running from the first second. You're gonna burn out. It's exhausting. The next point is this: the exhaustion. And I want you guys to understand it's a massive thing. You can ask my audience, you can ask the community. I had streams where I had to finish earlier because I was burned out from it. And I had streams where I went 10, 12 hours. But it will burn you out. Even without the job, even without the family and the kids, it will burn you out. Because, as I said, you need to do multiple things at the same time. Yeah, you need to, you play the game, you need to enjoy the game, as we talked earlier. Play what you like, because if you don't like it, people come in, see you don't like, you're not into the game, they leave. They don't, because otherwise the first question would be, why are you playing the shit if you don't like it, man? So they go like, nah, I'm not watching this game. So, or this person. So play what you like. Then you need to pay attention to the chat. Then you need to pay attention to the software. Then you need to pay attention to the environment around you. There are a few things that you need to pay attention to, and that is going to burn you out. And then you're going to have the chat coming in. So at this stage, now you need to talk, analyze, judge before you talk what they wrote, because every single line that comes into your chat can be a nice one, funny, simple, whatever you want to say it. Then it can be something that you need to time out, or you need to take instant action and ban it. And why do you need to do that? Is because you have those rules, the TOS, the terms of service, where you are responsible for what happens in your chat. If somebody gets bullied, if somebody says something that's not okay, if somebody says something against the TOS, hatred, racism, and everything else, you are responsible. So you need to take action. Do not feel pity, take action instantly. So that all of those together, they will exhaust you. The biggest thing, and biggest thing out of all of this, my first 6 months of streaming and catastrophes and streams crashing and learning that a single plugin can destroy your stream. Pay attention. That's what I was saying earlier. Install a plugin, see how it works, analyze. These things you need to learn. Take your time. Breathe is the most important thing when something happens. Okay, it happened. Now let's see what happened. Stop it from happening. Software like OBS and Meld and all of those have logs. And if you don't know how to access it, just simple Google OBS logs, how to access, and they will show you how to access it. Because the software I'm using, it's an open source, and I'm not sponsored by them. It is an open source. There's nothing there, but I love it. Why? Because I can go to them instantly and the people on the forum and, hey, these are my logs. What's happening? I found out that some of the plugins were killing my stream. I was streaming for about 2 hours, 2 hours in, 3 hours in, dead. So I took the logs, I went to them, and they instantly found out from looking at them. So those are things I need you to do. Breathe. Don't panic. It happens to everyone. Yes, to the big streamers, it doesn't happen now, because they learn that preparation. They learn that when they power on the computer to start streaming, is not straight on, power on, and 2 minutes in, go live. Is they power on, they open everything, they check everything, everything is there, click, click, everything is prepared, the mic is there, they do a test, they see it's working, they look at the camera. You don't have to click the actions, you just have to start talking. Even if you're not recording or anything, the microphone still picks your voice, the camera still sees you. So they learn this little, in the beginning were 5 minutes, now they do it by instinct, and it's almost instant also. So don't panic. Okay? You'd be surprised how many times I talked on stream with no voice. Don't panic. Breathe. Try to fix it. And remember, if you don't have technical problems while you're live, are you even a streamer? I said that in every single streamer's chat, that they had problems. Another big thing, another big important thing is, if you had problems, Yeah. And the VOD is there, the recording of what you've done before everything went tops up, Um, go and look at that recording. See how long it took you to understand there was a problem. I know it sounds silly, but do it. See your reaction to it. See if you panicked. Why did you panic? You shouldn't panic. It happens. It's software. You have the option to go back and start the stream again after you fix it, if you had to stop it. So those are my thoughts on technical disasters. They will happen. Please don't go with the mentality that everything is perfect because you installed the correct plugins because somebody told you. Learn them before you use them. Learn what they do. Learn a bit about them. Do them one at a time, not 20 at a time. Take your time and remember the basic with Windows if you're streaming from Windows, from a computer. The same with consoles. Make sure everything is working. If you have to update anything, restart that hardware. Let it reinitialize. Let it restart. Let it start everything again. See how it works after that. Never do anything in the last second. So these are some of the funniest things I ever had. And in the next episode, we'll talk about funny stuff with community. That's in Tavern number 3. But until then, the biggest thing. Did you have a disaster during your live stream? If yes, let me know in comments. And in the future, we will read them. We will go through your funny moments. And if you want, you can also DM me. But remember, when you start streaming, grab a seat, have a drink, and have fun while you're streaming. Enjoy it. And with that, I want to wish you all a magical rest of your day. Have a lovely, lovely, great day.